What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. And today we're going to talk about Jackson State versus Southern, the most intense rivalry, not only in the HBCU space, but in the FCS. These two teams cannot stand each other. First, I'm going to talk about how Southern lost this game. Southern lost this game. Really, they were just undisciplined and lacked creativity on offense, even though they had close to 400 passing yards. That was really just on Jackson State's doing, in my opinion. Some busted coverages on the side that I'm sure they'll rectify in their practices. But credit to Southern for pushing the ball. They just couldn't get in the red zone, and then they made mistakes. Noah Bolden, he came in the game. He put some of a spark, but he did have 2 interceptions. That was costly, especially when there was moving. Southern was moving. They were getting yardage. They just could not execute in the money downs, and that cost them. A lack of run game by Southern hurt in this game. It hurt their time of possession. And Kendrick Rhymes, who's their talented running back, he's from H-Town, my neck of the woods, shout out to him. This was not a good game by him. But then again, they were down so early that they had to pass the ball. So this is an anomaly. I'm sure he's going to bounce back. But I thought that Kendrick Rhymes and brother Kobe Dillon was going to control the pace of the game with the run game, but they wanted to air it out. But when you turn over the ball, have bad field position, it changes your game plan. And instead of wanting to run the ball and control the clock, now it's forced you to air it out. A couple things I noticed. Quay Davis, man, I forgot. He transferred to so many teams. Well, he had a solid game. It wasn't impactful. But had a solid game, but still, Southern is one of those teams. They have the athletes. They're going to always have the athletes. They're just missing that alignment football, that line assigned football, knowing where you're at, playing a clean game. When you play a clean game, especially in this conference, the SWAC, you'd be surprised how many games you can win by not turning the ball over, by controlling the field position, special teams. Trust me, it changes a lot. I thought Southern played hard, but you can play hard and still lose a game. I think they actually tackled solid. The fact that Irv Mulligan didn't have 100 yards in this game, they was hitting out there. But Irv Mulligan did just enough to get yards and show a present. And shout out to J.D. Martin. I told you guys, when Irv Mulligan and J.D. Martin comes back, they will provide the balance to JSU, and that's what they did. I expect them to have bigger games in stat-wise when the season progressed. They're just coming back from injuries. But I truly believe if Irv Mulligan and J.D. Martin was available for ULM, they probably would have won that game. And I watched the game. I watched the whole game. I watched it when it was 14-14. They had the chance to move the ball. But when you have a Irv Mulligan, when you have stars at running back, those are game changers. And you see that ULM is a lot better than what people said they were. But let me digress. Jackson State clearly has the talent to beat anybody in this conference. That is a fact. They just have to not beat themselves. Those procedure penalties, if you could cut them down to, I know this is a lot, but if you could cut it down to at least 5, less than 5, hopefully, but at least 5, that's progression. Now for the quarterbacks, Jacoby and Morgan, with him, what they had to do with him, the offensive coordinator and him, they have to have a deep conversation on what throws he likes to do. And it seems like longer routes, deep posts, deep slants, deep fades, that's his game. That throw he did to Fortalin, I hope I'm saying his name right, Giannis Fortalin, that's what he likes to do. So if JSU can go back in the lab and just look at film and see what he likes to run, you're going to see a more of the even flow of this offense. Cam McCoy, I like his game. Every time I see him play, I'm starting to like his game even more and more and more. He knows what he is. He knows the throws he can make and not make. He doesn't put the ball in risk. He is fast as hell. He's probably one of the fastest players in the SWAC. And when he's in the game, I'm not thinking, oh, man, it's a drop-off. I don't think it's a drop-off. I think he's very good, very talented. He's only a sophomore. So JSU, they can have this guy for more years. And he's gonna be a problem. He's going to be a problem. Now to the JSU defense. They do what they do best. They make you turn over the ball. I thought special teams were solid. Special teams this year, and shout out to Coach Jones, Javancy Jones. He has changed that around, and that's the difference right there. Special teams is night and day better than last season. That's one of the biggest changes for them this season. It's better special teams. Defense, like I said, turnovers, they did that, but they gave up too many passing yards. It seemed like there were some plays that miscommunication plays that I know they can fix. It's not a talent lacking situation. They have the corners that have height and speed. It's just you have to know where you are. And when that communication gets better, then I think there will be major improvements. But I have to put this out there. Let's say Jackson State plays FAMU. And you seen Daniel Richardson, who knows how to improvise and move out the pocket. That could be some problems. I'm letting y'all know that just to put the word out. That could be some problems because if there's broken coverage and he spins out and he just breaks out of tackle and throws it, that's 6. Quarterbacks like that are very dangerous to play against. That's why Jackson State has to clean that up because you don't want to lose that game. If you lose to FAMU, I don't think FAMU is going to lose another SWAC game. So they're going to be in the SWAC championship game. You have to win that game. But I know that's down the line. The week going forward, Jackson State is playing, I believe, Grambling State. Grambling State had a good non-conference FCS win. Shout out to them. They got to clean that up because Grambling right now is believing in themselves. They have talented running backs, and Miles Crawley is a talented quarterback in this league. But in conclusion, Jackson State has the talent to not only win the SWAC, but to win it all. They do. If you just look at their roster, if you look at film itself, they have the talent. It's all up to them. It's the mental game. They get that corrected, it's going to be smooth sailing. But as for Coach T.C. Taylor, and I've always been fair with new coaches, for his second year, Coach Taylor is doing a lot better than first, second year coaches. If you look at records, he was 7-4 the first year. Now the team is improving. What I like that he's doing for JSU, he has got the culture just right. These are humble kids. These are good kids. I don't hear anything bad about them. They make good grades. So he has established the culture for that team. Shout out to him. But I can't wait to see more games in the SWAC. As for Southern, hey, man, y'all keep y'all head up, man. Use this as a learning experience. And you never know. Maybe you'll go to a SWAC championship game. But you can't put your head down. You got to pick one quarterback, whether it's Trezette, I believe that's his name, or Noah Bolden. Pick one guy and stick with him throughout the season. And we'll see what happens. This is Raw Truth Media, giving you the raw content that you deserve to need. And I'm out.